People have just had a giant tragedy in our lives. We're gutted, we're bruised, and we feel one, if not three things: embarrassed, hurt, and judged. All the while, the teacher, the preacher, is up on stage talking about cars shouldn't get into wrecks. That's not what they were designed for. Well, we know that. The pastors are preaching on truth, and we're not feeling the mercy part. We've been in a wreck. Why aren't we talking about it? Why do we have to sit here and listen to truth? Where's the mercy? The Bible is not theory, but enough with the theory of marriage and more into the real. We really are divorced. We really are crushed. Our cars have been wrecked. Now what? There's often an undertone of, well, your marriage failed. And those of us whose marriage didn't last, well, does the church think less of me, less of my spouse, less of both of us for the mistakes that we made that resulted in our divorce? So often there are so many underlying issues of a divorce. The reason for the divorce is not even the real reason. Now, then for some of us, our spouses still attend the same church, or do they come to some of the church events? Every awkward interaction is a reminder of our new divorce reality. As we navigate conversations that ignore our strange realities or addresses them awkwardly, we feel we have to explain things, not knowing what details to reveal and which ones to leave out. It's so much easier to just avoid, which is some of the reasons we don't come. Sitting together is not an option. Sitting apart is weird. We've been sitting together for decades. And sometimes we have our kids' feelings and the awkwardness our kids feel. We have to navigate that too. Here's another way the divorce stigma manifests itself: family centered churches. Churches that market, cater to, shout openly about families. There have been many books on this topic. For many of you listening, you'll say, what's wrong with that? The Bible is pro family. Well, of course it is. But if you look at the New Testament teachings and rank them, it's blown way out of proportion. It has become a thing the Bible is not promoting as high as churches do, like American patriotism. But are children, orphans, widows, divorcees, single people all less important in God's eyes? Are we not equal? The Bible does not rank families over individuals in the same manner that many churches, marketing, and event planners do. In fact, Paul in the Bible actually implies marriage and family is a less desired route to take. Yet, not only do we celebrate it, we assume it to be the standard. I told a story in episode 0 of me quitting a class I was going to because every announcement was built on childcare and spouses, and everything assumed two people. It's $40 for a couple. Was it 20 for one person? No one even assumed it. It's like we just don't feel welcome. We come in and we feel like a fish out of water because the church is built around a family tone. I know churches that have asked worship team members to take a time away from the praise and worship team. Would you just stand in the back of the stage versus the front while you're navigating your divorce, or even maybe after your divorce? It's seen as a failure, not just a marriage failure, but as a personal failure. There's a church near me that really swings the pendulum on divorce and remarriage issue. They force anyone divorced to make a last attempt restoration with their ex before the church will bless or sanctify their new relationship or marriage. They've been known to force a public apology of any sins in the previous marriage in front of the congregation before church membership or remarriage. I sure don't see any public apologies for obesity, porn addiction, tax fraud, jealousy, lying, gossip, name your sin. But let's be sure to publicly humiliate anyone divorced with their issues on stage. And for those who can't see me right now, insert my eye roll here. I know a man who was on a church staff. His ex-wife told the elders that she wanted to restore their marriage. They forced him to consider and to take a sabbatical. He did reluctantly, and he said the same thing. Hell no, I'm not going back. It's not the elder's job to mandate that. Once again, it's a push for the truth over mercy. Yes, marriage is important, but where's the mercy? Never mind the pain and the anguish the woman had put my friend through with all her affairs and her lying, but to force him to consider restoration, that's not their business. He's divorced. He's moved on. He is now single. And it's not their job to push him where they think truth would push him. Yes, there's a very real stigma in our churches, and it makes many of us not want to walk in the doors. We just don't always feel welcome. And certainly, often we don't feel ministered to. In some cases, we feel singled out, pun intended.